I'm Specimen, and this is the top 10 worst gold cards in Gwent. Let's go. What a voice, what a woman. Unfortunately, she's not a great card. 18 points. Number 9, Avallach the Sage. This card actually started off on my list a lot higher up, at like number 3. However, he's actually a lot better than I thought. In Arena as well, pretty good. Any card that can do this, however, create a silver spy, so you could have 2 spies, is pretty damn powerful. Obviously, you're very much relying on RNG, but against other meta decks as well, you kind of know what you could be pulling. So Sigdriffer, again, it's not going to be very good. However, Avallach's like a really fun card, and overall, not as bad as I first thought, but definitely not your go-to card for a constructed deck. As you can see here, pulling a Glace, which is pretty nuts. Like, being able to have access to a Glace in Northern Realms is really, really nice. So, Avallach the Sage comes in at our number 9 spot. In at number 8, we have Zoltan Scoundrel. Now, again, this card, not as bad as I first thought. You could get some synergy with spies, for instance, and you've got the option of playing it on your own side or your opponent's side. So you can either boost 2 units either side of yours, or do 2 damage. So it's worth 2 more points on your own side, unless you've got some spies. But my favourite thing about this card that I discovered, look at these, mate! I didn't know these were a thing. The card text is incredible as well, by the way. Knows 100 words, 80 of them curses, the rest, connectors. Unbelievable. I love that. So, really, really nice premiums. And as you can see, we actually got some pretty good value off him here. Crackers! Well said, my friend. And again, this is just me trying to show you could get something in with spies. Also, Sabrina and Vandergrift jumped to mind as well, of where this could be a decent card. In at number 7, we have Xarthisus. So, a very powerful ability, being able to look at your opponent's deck, and you can move a card to the bottom, which is pretty interesting. However, he's sort of just a little bit, I don't know, a bit tame. He's 13 tempo, which is not really what you're looking for in a gold card. And if you draw him late on in the game, he's going to be useless like this. This guy's got 1 card left in his deck, so he's doing nothing. However, I did find some pretty interesting use of him. This being our highlight of being able to put Dijkstra to the bottom of this guy's deck, which is really going to upset him in round 3. So Xarthisus comes in at 7. 6. Saesnthessis Blaze. I didn't butcher the name. I'm pretty proud of myself. So Saesnthessis Blaze. This is a card that originally, again, started up higher, but it has seen some pretty interesting uses in the last few months. There's a Saesnthessis Blaze Leper Regis deck that thins itself using Saesnthessis, and there's also a nice little bit of hidden synergy with mashed potatoes with thick gravy. And how bad can a card that can do this, how bad can it really be? I mean, the card still sucks, but come on, that's pretty cool. Yeah then, number 5, Cerys Fearless. Resurrect the next unit you discard. Her ability, exceptionally powerful. However, she suffers the same fate as Cerys, where she's just easily removed. Cerys was close to making the list, but Cerys' ability is just a lot more powerful in my opinion. And Cerys, as good as she can be, you can bait out removal, and at least she requires an answer. So your opponent's going to have to destroy her. Like Cerys, your opponent's going to have to use a Thunder, use some removal or something. So this is probably the coolest thing you can do with her. Now, I got super lucky by hitting the Rune Zone here, but obviously you could just do this on purpose. Erdrick, of course, you pick one, and what happens to the other? Well, it gets discarded. Well, I've just placed Cerys down, and look at that. We've suddenly, that's a -2 spy play. Obviously, if you had a better card, you could make it a positive spy play, which is really interesting. So, Cerys, not as bad as I first thought, but not great. We're getting closer, and in at number 4 is Morenn Forest Chart. One of the best premiums and best looking cards in the game. She's got the Vest physics and the physics trollolol wishes he had. Now, something really cool about Morenn is she's also got her own little animation that's unique to her. So when she hits the board, she sparkles a little bit of gold. Now, I'm assuming only you as the player that plays her sees this. But I can't say I've run into anyone else using Morenn Forest Shard in all my days of Gwent, so I cannot confirm that. But she's going to flip over if your opponent plays a special card and basically stop that special card from working. So as you can see, she got locked up by Donner on Hinder here, so countered by a silver card doesn't feel great. But obviously there is other cards, gold cards that do that, but you're just really reliant on. There's so many times where she's not going to go off. Later this game, I mandraked her for the memes, and I put her down, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he's going to have restore. He didn't. Oh look, Raw Decree. Well, she's going to go off, right? No, unfortunately, it's only silver and bronzes. If she could stop the gold specials, maybe she'd be worth considering. Here we are, though. He's using something.
Mother will be proud.
Mother will be proud. That's really cool, and I love. She's a really interesting card. Being able to deny that recon. Obviously, it could be a restore or something like that. But you're not only denying them of the points, you're denying them of the thinning and also their strategy. Like, they might be reliant on a certain card. So Morenn can be really useful, but overall, she's just too risky. She's a 0 point play in a lot of situations. But Morenn comes in at number 3 just because of the risky factor of her. Yennefer, Necromancer. This card is awful. And I love Yennefer. Resurrect a bronze or silver soldier from your opponent's graveyard. Now, I could maybe get behind this card in a different faction, but bear in mind, this is the faction that has Vicavaro Novice. Vicavaro Medic, in fact, which is a 1-strength card that can resurrect any bronze unit from your opponent. So, already, Yennefer is basically that +4, except you can only res soldiers, so I can't take alchemists, I can't take all sorts, right? So as you can see here, my Vicavaro Medic got better value because it could have taken a Mangonel, or it took an alchemist previously. Now, just to show you how bad this is the silver soldiers, so there's no neutrals, there's no monsters. You've got Raheem the Dream in the silvers of Nilfgaard, so okay, you can take a Raheem the Dream off him. Cool, not really that impressive, but not bad. Odrin, Ronvid, you really want a 1-strength Ronvid? Probably not. Vess, I mean, it's not great, is it? You've got Pavko, but again, you're going to need items in your deck. How often are you seeing these cards? Very rarely. Overall, just not very good. Obviously, here's where it comes into play against Skellige. Jengi Threat's going to be your main target, but come on. Gaunter O Dim, the Man of Glass, is the 2nd worst gold card in Gwent. The man some people call God, Master Mirror himself, but he's rubbish. He's a meme, and I hope when Homecoming comes, we see a reinvigorated, different version of Gaunter. He's fun to play with. He's got some great voice lines, but look, I guessed wrong, but even if I guessed right, this was just going to be a 7-point gold card. You get any card in the game, which is really cool. And I got actually really surprised by some of the pulls I got with Gaunter. So as you can see here, I guessed right, cool. I mean, you know, it's not bad, but obviously, not only is it just chance, but, you know, it could be any card in the game. As you can see here, Nautical Brigade, I get it wrong, but even if I got it, like, how often is that going to be a good card? Very, very rarely. So, of course, there could be situations where Gaunter is just nuts, and this is something that is really cool in my opinion, and I didn't know. Gaunter can actually play a leader card, so we get Eredin here, which obviously isn't that good, and there was also another time I got offered Henselt. I got it wrong, unfortunately, but even then, Henselt was doing nothing for me, but pretty interesting still. Okay, number 1. Well, you won't be surprised to see it is Roche Merciless, and I would go out on a limb and say, don't even use 4 gold slots if Roche is one of them. Just use 3 and use a bronze card. Like Spores, any bronze card in the game, you name it, it's better than this pile of rubbish. I spent around 2 hours trying to get this damn guy to even go off last night. I was using Raw Decree, and I even started forfeiting if I didn't see Scoundrel, and I still couldn't do it. He is awful. Not only is he just a 6-point play in 95% of matches, he is also doesn't require any answer. So Cerys, at least you put Cerys down, he's got Thunder, your opponent's got to do something. Roche, rubbish. So it got to this point where I really wanted to get some footage of Roche. I was in casual, and oh, I'm up against Skellige. Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to forfeit. Oh, we play against Scoundrel. Oh, look, he doesn't even have an ambush card. Oh, that's another loss. I guess I'll just forfeit. You can see the pattern. Oh, Harold the Cripple. Well, he's not going to have any ambush cards, is he? So I guess my Roche is useless. Oh, Scoundrel again. Oh, look at that. No ambush cards. Well, you see where this is going, right? It got to the point where actually I messaged a different streamer, and I'm going to show you his clip of using Roche Merciless. Again, just forfeit. It was not fun playing with Roche last night. He's got such a fantastic artwork as well. It's a real shame. But the thing is, the bottom line is, you're not getting any value off him. And even if you do, let's say you hit a Tuvril, right? You hit that Tuvril, you get it. Well, it's only going to be 20-point swing, which is like not even that good. Like, yeah, it's good, but it's not that good. If it's a Sappers, it's 17 points. Like, rubbish. Worse than Escort, right? Anyway, I'm going to show you Fishy's clip. I've had to mute the audio, unfortunately, due to the fact that he was playing music, but I will just talk over his clip. If you want to see the actual clip, I would highly recommend checking it out below, and feel free to check out his channel as well. He's a really good streamer. There's a Tuvril on the back row, and Uma gets Roche. So even Roche is still bad on his own. Maybe if you pull him from Uma, he could be good, but that means Uma's good, not Roche, right? So here you go. Pretty damn cool to see. Shout out to Fishy for sharing the clip with me as well. So make sure you check him out. Hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode of Top 10. Subscribe for more. Give it a like if you liked it. See you later. Deuces.